like the video, and subscribe now for more videos that won't be of any use to you. Is Greenland in Europe? Though physiographically a part of the continent of North America, Greenland has been politically and culturally associated with Europe, specifically Norway and Denmark, the colonial powers, as well as the nearby island of Iceland, for more than a millennium. How old was Mary, Queen of Scots, when she became queen? Mary was born in December 1542 in Linlithgow Palace, the only child of James V of Scotland and his French wife, Mary of Guise. When she was 6 days old, her father died, and she became queen. What was the Statue of Liberty for? The Statue of Liberty, enlightening the world, was a gift of friendship from the people of France to the United States, and is recognized as a universal symbol of freedom and democracy. The Statue of Liberty was dedicated on October 28, 1886. It was designated as a national monument in 1924. Why are there 13 stripes on the US flag? The 50 stars on the flag represent the 50 states of the United States of America, and the 13 stripes represent the 13 British colonies that declared independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain and became the first states in the Union. How was oxygen discovered? Oxygen was discovered in 1774 by Joseph Priestley in England, and 2 years earlier, but unpublished, by Carl W. Scheele in Sweden. Scheele heated several compounds including potassium nitrate, manganese oxide, and mercury oxide, and found they released a gas which enhanced combustion. When did braces come out? Orthodontic braces weren't invented until the early 1800s, but people's preoccupation with straight teeth and/or proper jaw alignment dates back to the time of the ancient Egyptians. What do Canadians call Canadian bacon in Canada? In Canada, the term Canadian bacon is not used. The cut of meat from the loin is referred to as back bacon. In southern Ontario, pea meal bacon, as it is referred to there, is a similar product. However, it is not smoked, but rather set in a brine. What was Big Ben named after? The origin of the nickname Big Ben is the subject of some debate. The nickname was applied first to the Great Bell. It may have been named after Sir Benjamin Hall, who oversaw the installation of the Great Bell, or after boxing's English heavyweight champion Benjamin Corns. What causes red hair? About 1 to 2% of the human population has red hair. Redheads have genes to thank for their tresses. Research shows red hair usually results from a mutation in a gene called MC1R, which codes for the melanocortin 1 receptor. The pigment found in red hair that makes it red is called pheomelanin. When did mouth-to-mouth resuscitation begin? 1956, Peter Safar and James Elam invented mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. 1957, the United States military adopted the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation method to revive unresponsive victims. 1960, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, was developed. When was Guinness founded? Arthur Guinness started brewing ales from 1759 at the St. James's Gate Brewery, Dublin. On the 31st of December 1759 he signed a 9,000-year lease at £45 per annum for the unused brewery. Why do you cry when you cut onions? When you cut an onion, it releases a gas called, ready for this, propanethyl S oxide. When mixed with certain enzymes in the onion, it creates a sulfur gas. These gases then get to your eyes and create a mild acid which irritates the eyes. Who has stayed awake the longest? Randy Gardner is the holder of the scientifically documented record for the longest period a human has intentionally gone without sleep, not using stimulants of any kind. In 1964, Gardner, a 17-year-old high school student in San Diego, California, stayed awake for 264.4 hours, 11 days 24 minutes. Which planet has the hottest surface temperature? Venus, the second closest planet to the Sun, has the highest average temperatures of any planet in our solar system, regularly reaching temperatures over 460 degrees Celsius. Venus is so hot because of its proximity to the sun and its thick atmosphere. Is a banana a fruit? A herb is a plant whose stem does not contain any woody tissue. Banana trees are therefore not trees. They are herbaceous plants and should perhaps be called banana herbs. So to answer this question, a banana is both a fruit and a herb. Who has been in the most movies? Mel Blanc performed in 709 films, not including over 100 TV movies and video productions. He also had 81 uncredited voice parts in films. Right behind Mel Blanc on the IMDb's list of most prolific actors is Adore Bassi. Before his death in 1990, Bassi was featured in 549 films. How much was Manhattan Island purchased for in 1626? According to tradition, he purchased the island of Manhattan from Native Americans on May 24, 1626 for goods valued at 60 Dutch guilders, which in the 19th century was estimated to be the equivalent of $24 or $680 today. How high can a tsunami get? Most tsunamis cause the sea to rise no more than 10 feet, 3 meters. The Indian Ocean tsunami caused waves as high as 30 feet, 9 meters, in some places, according to news reports. In other places, witnesses described a rapid surging of the ocean. Flooding can extend inland by 1,000 feet, 300 meters, or more. Which bird has the largest wingspan? The wandering albatross has the largest wingspan of any living bird, typically ranging from 2.51 to 3.5 meters, 8 feet 3 inches to 11 feet 6 inches, with a mean span of 3.1 meters, 10 feet 2 inches, in the bird island. South Georgia colony and an average of exactly 3 meters, 9 feet 10 inches, in 123 birds measured off the coast of Malabar, New South Wales. How many bones are in the human skeleton? The human skeleton consists of 206 bones. We are actually born with more bones, about 300, but many fuse together as a child grows up. How long is a cat's memory span? A cat's memory is thought to be at least 200 times better than a dog's. But as any cat owner knows, felines are more selective and remember what they think is useful to them. Short-term memory for a dog is about 5 minutes. Cats remember much longer, up to 16 hours. Long-term memory is harder to determine. Which country first adopted time zones? On November 2nd, 1868, the then British colony of New Zealand officially adopted a standard time to be observed throughout the colony, and was perhaps the first country to do so. It was based on the longitude 172 degrees 30 east of Greenwich, that is 11 hours 30 minutes ahead of GMT. How many people have stood on the moon? Apollo astronauts who walked on the moon. 12 men have walked on the moon, 8 of whom are still alive. All of the landings took place between July 1969 and December 1972 as part of the Apollo program. What are the countries that use the metric system? The answer, the only remaining non-metric countries in the world, are the United States, Liberia, and Myanmar, Burma. Our conversion calculator can help convert between the metric system and US weights and measures. How much money is there in the world? All told, anyone looking for all of the US dollars in the world in July 2013 could expect to find approximately $10.5 trillion in existence, using the M2 money supply definition. If you just want to count actual notes and coins, there are about 1.2 trillion US dollars floating around the globe. What were pennies made out of in 1943? During World War II, copper was so badly needed for the war effort to make shell casings that the US penny was made out of steel that year, which is why most 1943 pennies are silver colored. They are worth about 12 to 15 cents each in circulated condition, and as much as 50 cents or more if uncirculated. How are diamonds formed? Most natural diamonds are formed at high temperature and pressure at depths of 140 to 190 kilometers, 87 to 118 miles, in the Earth's mantle. Carbon-containing minerals provide the carbon source, and the growth occurs over periods from 1 billion to 3.3 billion years, 25% to 75% of the age of the Earth. Why does it not work when you tickle yourself? Our studies at University College London have shown that the cerebellum can predict sensations when your own movement causes them, but not when someone else does. When you try to tickle yourself, the cerebellum predicts the sensation, and this prediction is used to cancel the response of other brain areas to the tickle. Why did the Mississippi River run backwards? In 1811 and 1812, a series of earthquakes emanated from New Madrid, Missouri, and were felt as far away as Ohio and South Carolina. The soil beneath the Mississippi River rose, temporarily changing its course so that it flowed backward. Why are snakes on the medical symbol? The ribbons were later replaced by serpents, as one story tells that Hermes used the stick to separate two fighting snakes, who then coiled around his staff and remained there in balanced harmony. Another, earlier depiction of the medical symbol is the staff of Asclepius, thought it has no wings and only one snake. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more daily videos.